Josh, second place. How are you feeling about the result?
Yeah, good. I think, first one of the season is always going to be a bit rocky, trying to figure out who you're going to be this year and kind of how you're going to start. But to be honest, I told myself I'd be aggressive, I'd push, and I knew a move was going to present itself. And I may have pushed the move a little bit too early, but hindsight is I went hard and I gave it all, and second was my best result today.
Yeah. Is that pretty much how you expected the race to play out, with Ollie being the main competition?
That was the way I've seen it for a long time since I committed to doing the race. I knew Ollie was in there. Me and Ollie had a conversation post, like the day after the Olympics, and said, we've got to race together or else we're gonna get soft racing all these Americans. I love to poke a bit of fun there, but we're two of the best 1500 meter runners based out of the US right now, and we're looking to be the best in the world. So to push each other all the way in any races we run is going to be good. And he got the better of me today, and I know I'm going to get the better of him sometimes. He's going to get the better of mine, and it's just about going out there, being aggressive, trying to run fast times, and hopefully exciting races for you guys to watch.
What's your relationship with him? Because you guys have been going at it since college.
I think it's great. I think he's come on a lot since college. He's become a much better racer. If I was to guess, he's been watching much more races and is going in with a kind of more aggressive mentality. And it's great to see, because if I ran against just the Americans today, I would have hopefully won by a fair bit. So that's the way it goes, and I'm just excited we were good enough to provide a good race for you guys today.
So when you went at 300, did you think you were going to be able to get any separation on him?
Look, I knew I was hurting, and from my guesses, if I'm hurting, most of the race is hurting, and so I'd just like to press on the wound a little bit and see who kind of falls apart. And today it might have been me, but that's just the way it goes, and that's how I get better. And I'm not scared of anyone or any distance or any race. So I went after it today, and I gave it all my efforts, and the training that I've done shows me that I can run 2:52, and that's great information to have going forward.
Yeah.
That was really your kind of race, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we knew it was going to be quick. We saw the paces, and we saw that we're glad to have Eric Sawinski pacing us today, and that's one of the best pacers in the world. So it was bang on what we wanted, and he was speaking to me afterwards saying that Ollie wanted him to kind of wind it up a little bit, and he was like, wind it up, we just run through in 153, 154, but he loves being aggressive, and that's what makes great races.
You've been fairly selective, or at least last year, with your races, so why choose to run here and right now?
I've ran once in college, once as my first year of a pro, and this time, and I've still not won, and I hate that. And so I will continue to come here until I win, and that is a guarantee. That's just the way it goes, and I'm trying to leave this sport with as many wins and as many titles and as many names on trophies as possible. And we used to have an amazing man, David Monty, that was getting me into these races, and now I've got an amazing agent, Ray Flynn, to give me a nice fancy package to come over here. So this race always pays our athletes well, and always provides an amazing venue as well.
Yeah, and you're not trying to run the World Indoor Champs. So where do where's your training at right now? How seriously did you take this race coming up?
I'm always going to take it seriously, and there's a PB for me today, so I've never run faster in January. So I'm in a great spot, but there's always ways to go, and to be honest, it was just making sure I got here healthy and ready to run an aggressive race. So nowhere near peak, but definitely I'm not injured. I'm very fit, and I was ready to go today, and I just got the better of me today.
And you guys just made a couple big additions with Isaiah Harris and Devin Dixon. So they're pretty fast guys with the beast. What's it been like training with them and that turnover?
I haven't quite trained with them yet. Isaiah's been in practice, Devin's been in practice, but we come from very different sides of the sport. I come from more of a 5K, they come more for 4.8, and so watching them rip around has been fantastically fun. I'm sure we'll get into sessions together soon, but we're kind of in that more distance / doing a bit of speed work, but nothing crazy fast right now, and that's what they are. I'm going to pull a hammy if I get in with them.
Yeah.
Big went sub 4. I mean, can you imagine doing that for 20 straight years?
I cannot, but he's a titan of our sport, and the crowd today showed how excited they were about having him here, and that's what it was all about, to getting a great crowd and a great field together, and that's what it always is at Melrose. And I'm so happy that he was able to go out and smash that sub 4. And yeah, it's a very cool moment, because you're watching lots of different sides of sports, lots of different angles, and being able to watch the front of the race as excitingly as the back is something that only Melrose can do.
Josh, taking the range of 300 to go, were you going for a surprise there?
No, I think Ollie knew I was going to come at some point. I told myself I would go at some point, and again, like I said, I was hurting, but my thought was hopefully if I'm hurting, he's hurting. And but you know, he ran a much better race than me today because he was patient, and when I went, he didn't panic and came back at me. So yeah, big props to him. He ran fantastic, and you know, again, I've got to go back to training and see if I can catch him up on the fitness level.
Were you comfortable settling in behind him during the race, or had you thought before the race that maybe you would lead it?
I knew he would probably jump on the pacer. If it wasn't him, it would be me. And I gladly sat back and sat in behind him, and you know, that was a perfect race to run fast. I think both of us would say perfect splits and no traffic. So you know, having a pacer go through a K in any 1500 is going to be a massive help, or 900, whatever it was. So yeah, it was pretty great setup overall.
Yep.